Hello everyone, this is OneSide3 here, and today I'm going to teach you how to port forward a Minecraft server. I know that there's a lot of difficulty behind port forwarding a Minecraft server, but it is not as hard as everyone puts it up to be. It's relatively easy to port forward your own Minecraft server. So, what you're going to need to do is you're going to need to open up your favorite web browser and go to minecraft.net. Once you are on minecraft.net, you're going to need to click on the button down here that says already bought the game, download it here. Now once you reach the download page, you will see this. Down here where it says multiplayer server, you want to click the one that is for your operating system. I am running Windows 7 Professional, so I will take the Windows 7 Minecraft server. I had the Windows Minecraft server 1.7.10.exe, save it. Once it is done downloading, it takes a little while depending on your internet speed. It may be faster or slower download, so we're just going to wait for that to finish. I have already port forwarded a Minecraft server and am using it, so I'm just going to redo this once more and hope the redoing actually works. So once you have it downloaded, you're going to want to move it to your desktop. Once you have it on your desktop, you're going to want to create another folder for it. We'll just call it Minecraft server. Take this Minecraft server application, move it into the Minecraft server folder. Now that you have this here, you're going to run it. You're going to want to uncheck that so you don't have to click run every single time. And it's going to bring up a window, and it's going to the window for a second right there, and it's going to bring up three files: the server properties file, the end user license agreement file, and the logs folder, which contains the latest log. Now, to use your server, you're going to need to double click the end user license agreement file, highlight this, change it to true, save it, and exit. Now, when you run Minecraft server again, it'll bring up this window. This is your Minecraft server window. This shows you the log, this shows you the memory usage, this shows you the players that are on the server, and this is your console where you type in commands. Now mine has always been broken for some reason, but yours will probably actually work. I use Bucket, so it's a different console. After you accept the end user license agreement, it'll make a few more files. The world folder, which contains all the world files, the banned IPs, which contains all the banned IPs addresses that you have banned from your server, the banned players, which contains all the banned players in your server, the ops, which contains all the operators in your server, the user cache file, which is the user cache, and the whitelist, which contains all the whitelisted players on your server. Now what we're going to want to do is make sure you have your server properties file, the .properties files, and the .json files set so that Notepad opens them. Now here the things we are going to look at are, let's see, looking through, you can change your MOTD. That's not really what we're here to do. The IP, okay, most people will try to actually put an IP address there. That is not what you want to do. You leave the IP address slot blank. Nothing goes there. If you want to go on a custom port, make sure the port is not being used by any other program. But if you want to leave it the same and have the better chance of working, leave the port to 25565, unless something else is already using that port, which I don't think anything will be. So 25565 should remain your port. Save if you changed anything. Now what we're going to do is we're going to open back up your favorite web browser. Then we're going to just type in IP, and it'll show you your IP address right here. That is the IP address you will give to your friends to log in to your server. So now what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to hit the Windows key on your keyboard and R at the same time. It will bring up this little window right here. you're going to want to type in CMD and hit enter. It'll bring up this. What you're now going to want to do is type in IP config and hit enter. What you want is the IPv4 address. So you're going to scroll up to where it says wireless LAN adapter wireless network connections. Third one from the top, IPv4 address. Usually it will start with 192.168.1 and then we'll have a different ending at the end. For each person is different. So now what you're going to want to do is in your web browser, and this is default, it may be different for most people, but usually it is left as this. You're going to want to type in 192.168.1.1 and hit enter. It will bring up an authentication required window. As you can see, I've already done this, so it's already there, but unless you changed it, in which case you'll know what the username and password is, the username will be admin and the password will be admin. Then you hit enter. Now, each router has a different page that you'll be taken to. Some it will be easier to port forward, some it will be different. Now, some of them it just may be impossible altogether. Most of them are very similar though. So there should be a section somewhere on your page that says applications and gaming. Something along those lines. You're going to want to click that. If you don't see that, you'll probably just see something along the lines of port range forwarding. You're going to want to click port range forwarding. Now as you can see, I've already done it. I'm going to do a Terraria tutorial later. So you're going to want to name an application here Minecraft. You're going to have the start port be 25565. The end port is also going to be 25565. The protocol you can choose between TCP or UDP or both. Click both. The to IP address, it might let you choose the whole thing or it might let you choose just the end. The to IP address should be 192.168.1 and then whatever the ending was that you saw in your Windows command window when you typed in ipconfig, the IPv4 address. If you need to go back and look it up, you can. That ending, the fourth part is what you type in there. If you need to, you can click enabled, then you click save settings. I'm not going to do it because mine's already fine. So once that is saved, that has been forwarded, port forwarded. Also, I forgot to mention, since I've already done this, it didn't pop up, but when you double click on the Minecraft server, usually a Windows firewall pop-up will appear asking you what you would like it to be able to access. You should choose both public and private networks. Alright, now that that has been finished, you should be able to run your server. I don't know. Oh, there it is. I was already running it. So actually I should probably shut it down and restart it. Run your server. Give your IP address to your friends and you should be able to connect. Now, one problem that most people have is that they may port forward it correctly the first time, but eventually their IPv4 address changes because they do not have dedicated IP. Basically what you need to do is every once in a while, if your friends can't connect, you just need to go back into your command console by hitting Windows and then the R key and then typing in CMD, typing in ipconfig, looking at your new IPv4 address, and then going back into your router settings window and re-port forwarding it with the new address, same port and everything. Port will remain the same, the address will change. Save your settings and they should be able to connect again with the same IP address. That's all for the Minecraft server port forwarding tutorial. Thanks for watching. Good luck.